Hello friends, welcome to BSP Solution. My name is Lokesh Gandhi, and today's session we are going to perform approved supplier list in Oracle Fusion Supply Chain Management procurement application. So we have to perform some basic steps to perform approved supplier list. First of all, we will create the new supplier. After that, we set the approved supplier attribute for the item. Later on, we will create the approved supplier list. So an approved supplier list is a compiled list of the supplier approved by the company as a source from which to purchase the material, the items, right? So the approved supplier list is usually created by the procurement team, engineering team, right? Using a varieties of criteria such as a functional fit of the product, financial stability, and past performance of the supplier, right? And based on this supplier list, we will create the purchase order, right? While creating the purchase order, we will select the supplier from the approval list, right? So let's move on to the application and we'll follow all the steps, right? And we'll see all the entire picture of the approved supplier list. So this is our application homepage. And first of all, we will create new supplier. So in order to create a supplier, click on this navigator and go to the procurement section. Click on the suppliers. Now click on this task list. Click on create supplier. Let's enter the supplier name is star bearing supplier. Right, the relationship is pan authorized so that we can create the document like purchase order. Hit create. Now the profile gets created, right? You can enter the information as per your requirement. Now click on this addresses. Now let's create address for the supplier. Let's enter the name star bearing supplier address, right? And the country, right? And the purpose of this address, ordering remit, and you can fill all the address information. Click on save and close. Now the address gets created. Click on sites. So the no option is not enabled. Click on submit. So the request submitted. Hit OK. Let's refresh it. Let's click on this notification. Again, refresh it. There is no any notification over here. Now click on this notification. and we have one request. Click on approve. Now let's go to our supplier with incomplete setups. Click on this star bearing supplier. Right, so this is our profile. And this is our address. Click on sites. Site is not enabled. Click on this edit. And you can see it gets enabled over here. Click on this create icon. Right, so this is our BU, procurement BU, US1 business unit. Let's enter the address. Let's select over here. This is our address. And you can select the site over here. Right, so this is our site. And you can provide some information related to the purchasing, receiving, invoice, payment, but all the tabs are disables, right? So if you want to get enable over here, click on this save option over here. After clicking on save, all the tabs gets enabled. Right, so all the tabs are enabled. Now go to the invoicing. You can insert the purchasing information, receiving information, invoicing like currency. You can select the currency over here. You can select the payment currency over here, right? And you can also select the payment method, either check and electronic method. Right, let's click any one of them and click on this. It's not any option. Let's click on this site. Click on auto create assignment. Right. So we are going to select for S1, US1. Delete this one. Right. Let's check the payment. So there is no any. Okay, no issue. Let's save and close. Right. So the supplier creates successfully. You can add the contact and qualification in the supplier. Right. Submit. Now let's set the approved supplier attribute for the item. Right. So again, click on this navigator and go to the product management and click on this product information management. Right, click on this task list, click on this manage item. we have already created one item. So search for the item, name is Tata, search it. Right. So we have the item at the organization level and at the item level. So this is 000 is the item level and the 001 is the organization level. So click on first one, item level. Click on this item name. Right. So go to the specification. And under the item organization, click on this purchasing. So under the purchasing, we have one option. Name is approved supplier. So use approved supplier. You can see his option is no. Let's select yes, so that we can use the supplier which is in the approved supplier list. Right. Let's save and close. In the same way, we have to select in the organization level. So again, click on this specification. Click on this purchasing under the item organization and the use approved supplier. Click yes. Right. Again, save and close. So we create the supplier so far and the approved supplier attribute for the item. Let's create approved supplier list. So in order to create a supplier list in our application, we have to go to a procurement, right? So click on this navigator and under the procurement section, click on purchase order. Click on this task list. Right. So we have in the task list, we have the manage approved. We have the manage approved supplier list entry. You can see under the supply base manage approved supplier list entry. You can see, click on that. And we are going to create new one. So click on this create icon. And we have to select the item. The item name is Tata. Select this one. Because under this item, we have already defined the attribute, right? And select the supplier, which is already in the supplier list. So let's select Dell. Sorry, we are going to select the supplier under the supply list. So this supplier are going to save in the supplier list. So this is the approved supplier, right? And no to worry about the supplier site, right? So click on save and close. Okay. Right. Let's search by the item name. So this is our item, and we have defined one supplier over here, and the status is new. So click on this search and search for our item. Click search and select this record. Click on this edit icon and change the status to approved. Save and close. Right. So our list ready. Right. Done. Now let's create one purchase order. Click on this navigator. Click on this purchase order. Click on task list. Create order. So this is our style purchase order. This is our view, requisition view. Let's select the supplier which is not in our approval list, right? So we have create star. Let's select this one. Click OK. Because this supplier is not in our approved list. Right? Create. Now let's add one line over here. Click on this create icon and we have to select item. Select the item. And the required information we have to fill like quantity, and we have to define the base price, and we have also defined the requested date over here, right? Now click on this submit. Right, you can save, submit. You can see error gets displayed. The supplier is not approved for the order item or category, right? Because when we select the supplier is not from the approved list, right? Hit OK, right? Let's submit. cancel out. Right. Yes. Let's create one more purchase order based on the approved list. Create order. Select the supplier which is in the approved list. Right. Click create. Right. And select the line. Define our item. And define all the required information. Right. Now click on save. Click on submit. The document purchase order was submitted for approval. That means it gets created successfully, right? So this is how you can create purchase order based on the approved supplier list. So thanks for watching this video. Thank you so much.